Hey guys, so today I have something that I'm very excited about, and I am so tired that I feel and look a little bit like balls, but I wanted to get this video out today. Don't judge my makeup. It has been on since 6 o'clock this morning and it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so this is what I look like at the end of the day. Awesome. But what I'm talking about today is part of the holiday makeup bank account emptying phase of my year. And I'm talking about the Marc Jacobs Style Icon number 20. And this one's called the Free Spirit. Comes in a box like this, so pretty. They show the palette on the outside. And it looks like, oh, fingerprints. Let's just wipe that off. It looks like a giant adult Polly Pocket is what I think it looks like, and I love it. And it's super shiny. The only issue is, like, do you see the fingerprints? So fingerprinty. So this is a eyeshadow palette with 20 eyeshadows in it, and they comes like this, has like the biggest mirror ever, and it stands up on its own really nicely. It's also, sorry, I forgot to show this, but it's really, really thin. Like, it's a nice compact, like holding it up against my hand, really travel friendly. Then it comes with this plastic cover on top that I thought was pretty swank that says Marc Jacobs. And then there are the 20 eyeshadows. Oh my God, so good. I was so excited. This is such a sophisticated palette. Like, it just is classy. It is a classy colored palette, and you know I love me some Urban Decay and some sparkles and bright colors and all that jazz, but this is a palette that you could take traveling with you, and you still have a few bright colored options, but you can really do a neutral eye. It's missing, I believe, 2 things from the palette, which I will explain, but first I'm going to swatch. I'm going to do, I'm just gonna hope I'm gonna do better. They're not named. That is one thing I don't like. They're numbered like 1 through 20. So I'm gonna do up and down, and I of course forgot to grab my wipes, because, you know, wouldn't be a video without me somehow screwing up my system. Okay, so make sure my hands are nice and dry so to not destroy the integrity. There's a good mix of mattes, shimmers, and glitter. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mattes out of the 20, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmers, and then 3 glitters. Now, from what I've read, I only got this today, and I just put this on at 6 o'clock in the morning. Just did a wash of color. Sorry, I got it yesterday. That these 3 glitters at the bottom on the eye look very, very similar. So I'm gonna do. They're supposed to go in looks in the columns. So I'm going to swatch them. This is color number 1. It's a very pretty highlight color. There's the next color. Here is a matte taupe. I'm getting a lot of glare there. And then here's the purple. Both of the purples in this palette are kind of a fail. Now, this palette runs for $120 Canadian. So I'm just gonna swatch all these. So there's the purple, the matte taupe, the glitter taupe. Can you see the difference there? And then the matte white, which basically is the color of my skin tone. So there is the first 4 colors. That would make a beautiful, really, really neutral look. Really pretty. Like I said, the purples are a little bit patchy. Purples are a hard color to work with. A lot of companies struggle with purples. I just feel like, Marc Jacobs, don't put colors in here that are not perfect. If you're gonna charge, my hair is awful now. Used to be cute. If you're gonna charge $120 Canadian, $100 American for a palette, then don't have it not be perfect. All right, so the next row, this is not what I would call a highlight shade. This is a transition shade that's kind of browny beige. It's kind of hard to see on my pinky finger. And then there is a gold color, a darker taupey shimmer color, and then a black with bronze flecks in it, which is that one right there. So I'm doing this second column right here. And we'll see how well these swatch out. So it's that, what I'm gonna call transition color. Oh, look, I think that's actually the color I'm wearing today. It is, you can see it, I put it lightly on my eyes. There's the next one, and then there's that. Can we just point out that pigmentation? Like, oh my God. So that's the next 4. I wish I was much better editing and I could like edit this in. I'm just not there yet. I don't have the programs. So now we're gonna be doing this third column right here, which has 2 colors that I kind of die for. So I'm just swirling my fingers. Hello. So there they are, my fingers. This first one is more of like a buttery cream, and then we have this satiny green, but it's a really wearable green, and then this kind of coppery peachy bronze, and then this is supposed to be a burgundy with kind of pink sparkles in it, but it looks very, very similar. Okay, we're going further up the arm. All right, so there's the first one, which like doesn't show up on my skin at all because I'm so pale. But there's the green. Ah, look at that color. And then there's, see, look at these two, how they basically look the same. So again, like I love this palette and I will really use it, and it has just about everything that you need in it. But it does have a few options that are kind of a fail. All right, so the next row, it didn't show, is right here, this row here, which is kind of a more, it's a cooler tone row with a kind of yellow highlight color. So that highlight color there is pretty yellow. So there's yellow matte highlight, the more of a silvery taupe, really cementy color gray, and then this is a black with silver sparkle in it. And I'm gonna do these ones on my hand. So that's the yellow. There's the more silver taupe, so pretty. That's the cementy color. As you can see, that one did not swatch out that well, but you could build it up. And there's the black with silver sparkle. It looks like a black with silver sparkle. It's not overly exciting, but I'm not unhappy with it. Where am I gonna swatch now? Like, the freckles get in the way. I will use my other hand. We'll see how much of a fail. Okay, and so now we're gonna do this last column here, which I think would make a really odd look. I might try it one day just to see, but I get their plan when they said that. So you have kind of a peachy color there, which is like a cooler pinky tone transition color, and then a gold, and then a purple with micro silver glitter, and then a brown, really cool toned brown. If you had darker hair, you could use this as a eyebrow color almost. So there's that peachy transition shade. Doesn't show up that great on my hand, but look at that gold. There's the purple. See, that to me swatches okay. It's a little bit sheer, but maybe it's meant to be sheer. And then there's the chocolate brown, a little bit patchy, but I think it could be well worked with, or I could work well with it. So those are the colors swatched out. Those are those 4. Hopefully it's a little bit better and a little bit slower at swatching this time. So what I love about the palette, obviously, like I love the colors. They're beautiful. I love the layout of the palette. It does feel not that sturdy. I wish it felt a little bit sturdier. Like I feel like with its dome shape, if you like put something too heavy on it, it would break the mirror, and the button feels a little bit flimsy. I feel like I'm like too close or something today. Love the giant mirror. Like, hello giant mirror, you're great. And I love the colors. So the satin colors in this are the best satin eyeshadows I have ever touched. They are so butter, like now I know when people are like, this one's buttery, I'm like, oh, now I know what buttery means. This does come with a book that is supposed to explain to you, why is everything so shiny? Just reflects off my lights. How to do the looks. I don't really like how they have it set up. Like the pictures are too little to really understand, but they have them, but the number. Okay, what this palette is missing for me, I could take this traveling and do everything I want, but I would have to take my Jaclyn Hill Becca palette that I just got for this color alone. Because what this doesn't have is it doesn't have a satin or shimmery or frosted highlight color in the palette. And also it only really has 2 transition colors, these 2, and they're a smidgen too light. I think when you're trying to make something for many, many skin tones, they could have done with a second one of these and maybe gotten rid of, I don't know, I really like all the colors, but the purples that weren't that good. Like the purples didn't swatch that well. They're a little bit patchy. And I feel like when something costs this much, every single eyeshadow in here should be money. Like this just should be money. This was a super luxurious buy for me, but instead of getting like 4 palettes this year, I decided just to get this one as I don't own any Marc Jacobs eyeshadows. I really like it. Like I'm impressed. This is just a light wash of color. How well this lasted throughout an entire workday where I'm up and I'm walking around and you know, you get hat and sometimes makeup moves. So I'm really impressed. I'm really happy that I got that. There's a couple misses in here, but 2 misses out of 20 means that there's 18 yeah babies. So I'm really happy. Like the box is pretty. My friend's like, you need to keep it in the box until the box looks mangy, just because it's so nice. The other fail is the fingerprints. If you were super type A personality and that drove you nuts, I don't know why companies keep doing this. Makeup lives with other makeup. Makeup gets touched. It's kind of like white packaging. Like, what are you thinking? Let's not make things so shiny. That's why I really like Max packaging, because it's a little bit more brushed. Here's their newer version. So even though it gets fingerprinty, it's not quite as obvious as something that's so shiny. But this is a win. Like 8 hours of wear is a good amount of wear. I know I always say I want my makeup to last like 22 hours if I'm awake. However long until I wash it off, I want it to last. Not necessarily realistic, but I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so happy with these colors. Like I said, it is missing a frosty eyeshadow, and although these transition shades are good for me, I am like the fairest of the fair, and not in like I'm the prettiest girl, I'm the palest. So I do wish that they put a couple darker matte transition shades. I mean, you could absolutely use these colors here, but they're pretty frosted, and once you start using a matte transition shade, it's kind of hard to go to back to a shimmery one, just because the matte ones, they look really good and they really tie a look together and make it look very grown up and sophisticated, and I feel like they make bright and sparkly colors blend out better, and I just like them. So this Marc Jacobs is a win for me. I do recommend it. I want to get this video up tonight, even though I'm so tired and like so shiny. I should have done that before the video. That would have looked way better. Because this is gonna be sold out. Like when I had to order this online because when I went to my Sephora, they didn't even hit the floor. So many people had called in and asked for them to be put on hold, which I'm gonna do with the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette, because I have problems. So many problems. But yeah, so get this online. Maybe your store has it. Mine at least had a sample one that I could touch and play with and see if it was really worth the money. And I feel like it is. I mean, it's a lot of money to spend on eyeshadow unless you are a serious makeup collector. And just washing off my swatches. That's not where I'd recommend that you start. But a friend of mine bought her first eyeshadow palette, and when I showed her this one, she was like, that's it. That's what I want. If I'm only gonna own one of something and use it up, I want it to be something that's truly beautiful and truly good. And this definitely falls in this. So I think I take back my sentence. This could be for the true makeup collector like me, who could probably never use up all of her eyeshadows before she dies. And it also is probably for a person who is just starting out their collection and they want something truly beautiful and truly good, and something that they can have just this, because this has a pop of color, it has your neutrals, it really does have everything that you need. It makes me really excited and inspired to do my makeup, which is always a good thing when you own so much. Everything I've gotten this year, actually, I've really honed it down to only buying things that are truly good as opposed to buying everything that comes out. So what I review is stuff that I have researched and I think is really truly good, and I have rambled for 15 minutes with about 4 minutes of swatching in this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I do plan on figuring out a look to do a tutorial for this. So if you are interested in seeing that and you're like, yeah, do a tutorial, you do that, Kim. We like that. Please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.